Sí. Hello, everybody. Here we are in 1111. This program for it's Matthias talking. This program is for questions and answers about everything you want to ask and everything I can answer. I'm not. I don't have all the information, but I can share with you the perspective of the philosophy I remember or the memories I have about the universe, and I will try to answer all the things I could be able to share with you. And well, I'm learning English doing this, so I apologize if I have some mistakes or I talk slow. So I hope you can understand me, and maybe someday I will talk fluidly. Well, I have four questions for today. I will try to give my best in order to help you to understand some concepts that a few people are sharing from Slovenia and Texas. And this is about definitions and terminology of everything we talk about. I used to talk about things from the very deep sense of the universe, and there are many meanings that you can see from many different perspectives, and I will give the perspective of mine, so you could have another one, and if you resound with that, you can have another tool to explain or to recognize your information within this creation we share in this universe. So the first question I have here is from Slovenia, and is, can you please explain the free will and divine plan? Is there free will at all? Is there free will at all? If it's all part of a divine plan, sorry, I don't see it very well. If it's all part of a divine plan anyway, so, well, the question is about free will and divine plan. I used to separate both things so we can understand what is the divine plan, because I talk a lot about the divine plan. I used to say that I am here because of that, because we are all involved in a plan, and everything we are doing right now is to accomplish a plan that we all together started in the very beginning of the universe. And what we are doing with this plan is 4 steps of the reality. 4 steps that I call to express ourselves, expression. Yeah, that's the first step of the universe, of the plan, of the divine plan. The expression, the experimentation, the integration, and transcendence. The 4 steps of the universe that holds the divine plan. Everything that exists was expressed by ourselves, being a whole spirit, what that we call God, or we call the divine, or we call the universe. The universe start to express itself, and this is the first step of the divine plan, which is the expression. Everything must be expressed. When you express, you create, and that creation is something you must experience to realize about who you really are, because everyone in the universe knows who it is. We know the answer, it is I am. I am. Everything is I. Everything is me. Everything is part of myself. So everything that exists, even the pen or the planets, everything is part of one. So that one expresses itself in many, many ways, and those many ways are the perspective of this universe that we should experience in order to accomplish our mission in this plan. Which is our mission? Our mission is to integrate all the experience, which is the third step. Integrate everything we are living so we could realize about the potential we have in many, many ways. So this integration helps us to recognize the power we have just expressing ourselves in the experimentation. And when we integrate everything, all realities, when we integrate our even something that happened in our daily life, or something that happened in the very big universe experience, we need to transcend it. It's not just holding that information and that experience and saying, okay, that's good, this is me, and this is what I could be through the experience. No, this is not all. The rest of it, the divine plan, is to transcend what we believe we are. So the I am says, I must express myself in order to experience my expression, in order to integrate my experimentation, in order to transcend everything I have created. So when we accomplish these 4 steps, we are realizing, we are doing the divine plan. This is the divine plan. And all that is by love. And love has many ways of expression. Love for the universe is also time. Time is that essence in the universe that allow us to transform ourselves in many, many ways, in many levels. So we are free because of time. But in this reality, in third dimension, we have so much love and also so much perspectives and also so much matter, so much expression and experimentations, that love is seen in many, many ways, so different ways, that we find love in many levels. Like, for example, hate. Hate is one of the levels of love. Hate, happiness, loneliness, every emotion we experience in this experimentation level of third dimension is a way of seeing love. So love is also called in the biology system like evolution. Evolution is for the matter what time is for the universe. So for the divine, evolution and time is called love. So love is what allows you to transform yourself in many, many ways. But you choose those ways. You say, I want to be a triangle. So when you say, I want to be a triangle, you create a triangle. And you should experience that triangle. And when you are that triangle, you have 3 points and 3 lines. So you must experience that until you realize you are a triangle. You integrate the triangle shape and then you transcend it, maybe in a square, for example. So you have 4 now, and then 5, and then 6, and then you transcend yourself in many, many ways. So here comes the free will. What's free will? Free will is the tool we have, or the grace we have to choose that shapes we are going to experience in these 4 steps of the universe. Free will is something that our personality doesn't have. It's something from the spirit. It's something spiritual. Free will is when you recognize in the divine plan your own transformation, your own path of transformation. So you are now the creation of your own free will, but you have a human thought, so you have a way of thinking so shorter that you believe that free will is choosing things in this life, is choosing things, greater things in this life, but really it's your spirit choosing it and you are doing it. You are the expression of the reality that the spirit is co-creating. So in such a way, you don't have a free will. In such a way, you are the free will, which is different, because you now are the expression of what you decide to be. So you, with free will, decide to create yourself. So now you are you have the condition of what you decide first you were born. So the divine plan is so big and so lovely that you only have to follow 4 steps. Doesn't matter the ways you choose to express that. That's the free will. You can choose whatever you want, but you must express yourself, experience what you expressed, integrate what you expressed and you experience, and transcend the integration of what you experienced in that expression. That's kind of an explanation of what is free will and the divine plan. The second question I have here is, why are mind and ego added to a soul? Well, first of all, we must know that mind and ego are very, very powerful and useful for ourselves. The ego, in Latin, the language, means I am. Ego means that, I am. So when your spirit finds a soul and the soul gets inside a body, you have the Trinity, spirit, soul and body. And when you put it all together, you have an ego. The ego is the higher I am that helps you to accomplish your mission in your purpose on life. So ego is what you have when you added the 3 parts of you. The problem of ego is that when you have those 3 things disconnected, you have a bad ego. The bad ego is like having a twister within you, and that twister is not straight. It's not like a nexus. You don't have a point of reference. So when you don't have a point of reference, that twister that is moving from one side to another takes you a lot of energy and takes you out from the center. When it takes you out from the center and you disconnect the spirit, so you lose your purpose, or you are disconnected from the soul, so that means you are not connected with your emotions and you are not connected with your mission. When that happens, you have the ego that everyone is talking about. So ego is very important for us. The problem of ego is when it is disconnected from the Trinity we are. So you should not eliminate, you should not erase your ego, because if you erase it, suddenly you will have anything. You will have no connection. You will be just a body going there, having taking information from other beings, but nothing else. You are not your own being. You are not holding your own high self. So it's very important to have ego. The problem is when the ego is twisting all around. So mind is also important because you are heart and mind. Mind is the young energy that helps you to be in balance, to say the truth. When you have your emotion, which is in the heart, is the service, the feelings in your heart aligned with your mind, which are your thoughts. You have in the middle the tongue. You have in the middle the throat. So that's the throat chakra, which is in the center in the mouth, and and is the expression of who you really are and the truth you can express to others. So mind is also very important. The problem is that in this past 300 years, and also and more often in the last 100 years, we put so much importance in the mind by logics, by science, that we stop feeling, we stop having that connection with the emotion and with the service in this reality. So when we did that, we start to distortionate the truth. That's why we are now living in many lies. So we are in the lies of the mind. So mind is very important, but not for itself. It's very important when we are in balance with the feelings in our heart. So mind is what helps you to have a goal, to have a purpose. Okay? So it's very, very important, because mind and ego helps you to have a straight path in your purpose on life. So that's why soul must have ego and mind. But ego must be centered, and mind must be felt by heart. So that's something that we need to practice, to think with our heart and feel with our mind, and having and respecting the ego like the center of our purpose, the center of who we are right now. So that's why the mind and ego are added to the soul, because without mind and ego, the soul in life has no purpose, has no goals. The third dimension, the third question is, can you explain the concept of simultaneous and different timelines? Well, we have, in our beliefs, we have three timelines. We have past, present, and future. But that is only something that helps us to organize everything we are living and organize the experience we have. So we say that the past is the experience we have, and the present is the integration of that experience, and the future is the transcendence of that reality we are creating right now. So, but time is something, this kind of time is something just for organizing our mind, but it is not true. It's just a perspective. It's just an idea we have to organize ourselves. Time is really love. What is time? Time is the love evolving, transforming itself every second at every part of the universe. All the universe is has the time as a main purpose, but not the time we believe in. Is the time, the real time of the universe. The real time of the universe is the thousands of perspectives and frequencies that creates everything around the universe. Time is just the essence that allows every perspective to transform itself. So if you have a perspective of eternity, the time will be eternal. But if you have the perspective of dying, you will have timelines shorter, very, very shorter timelines in which you die. So your body is starting to be sick or to degrade itself. So the only time that exists simultaneously is love. When you love, when you really love, you allow yourself to transform yourself. You allow yourself to transform others' reality. So that's what we call here and now. That's what we call the constant present. The constant present is not what we are seeing right now. That's just the perspective of the present we believe in, but it is not real. Really, everything is happening right now. Everything is here and now. Past, present, and future are all simultaneously happening at the same moment and in the same spot. That's because time is just the same frequency vibrating in different levels. We have the same frequency, the same energy vibrating in low levels, in medium levels, or high levels. When you have a very speed level of frequency, that's what we call future. But the future is so speed that you can also have it in the past, because it's all around, everywhere, because it's so quick that doesn't go just ahead, it goes everywhere. So that's why the future is everywhere and can connect us with the past too. So that's why we try to organize in the third dimension the 3 times, because we are in the third dimension. In the third dimension, we need the perspective of 3 things. That's why we created the idea of past, present, and future. But really, everything is happening at the same time, because everything is the time of love, which is evolve, which is transforming every perspective of the universe at the same here and now. So it's good to have the 3 timelines in order to make a coherence in our experience. But when you start to realize that this is not the reality, you will realize that everything is happening in the same here and now. And we need to separate the here and now with the present we believe, as I said. It's not the same thing. The present we are living right now is just a moment that our mind gave us as a gift in order to understand where we are. But that's it. It's just an idea, it's just an example, but it is not the reality. So when we say live here and now, is living every time through love. Is living every time like if it is happening right now, even the past, the future, everything right now. So in order with that, we have the 4th question, which is, could you fully explain the term co-creation? Co-creation is the first thing that we had in the universe after the frequency. When the universe start to express itself, we start to co-create. Co-create is the creation we do all together in coherence, in the same frequency. Co-creation is not creation, because creation means duality. Duality is create and destroy. Creation and destroying are the expressions, the 2 expressions of the co-creation. When you co-create, you can co-create something to destroy itself, or you can co-create something to create something new. The co-creation is something you do for others, and others hold that energy in order to accomplish it. It's something that you do in consciousness with many other beings. It's not something you just do for yourself. In order to co-create something, you need to have a purpose that will help in the results to many others, not just you. You cannot co-create a car unless you are going to give a ride to other people in the car to accomplish some, goal or mission. That's what co-creation means. That's what when we need to co-create, we need to think that the 3 times, like past, present, and future, are not important. That's why when you co-create, you should never think about the future. You always think about the present. When you co-create something, you never think about the media you are going to need to accomplish that. You just think it's happening right now, in this moment, and you see the results of this is happening right now, and because of that, you just flow to accomplish that reality that is happening but you are not still living it. So co-creation is knowing that it is really happening right now, already happening, but you didn't figure out how to live it. So you need the force, you need the strength of many other people to hold the idea of this is happening, so you can co-create. Yeah, it's, when you create something for yourself, it necessarily will be destroyed by yourself. But when you co-create something, it will be held in time and space because many others are holding the same frequency and the same idea and the same reality. So first step to co-create, just knowing that it is already happening. Second step is just flow through the medium that will make it happen. And third, share it with many people to co-create really the idea of it is happening and it is useful for many other beings. So this is an idea of co-creation. We can talk a lot about of that, but I wanted to share this short idea of what co-creation is. And well, I thank you for these questions because not only helped me to practice my English, but also helped me to help others to understand better why we do so many things just by co-creating, without money, without anything, just happening all the time, because we here in our foundation, in our path, we are not thinking it will happen. We already know it is happening. Thank you all for being there and listening and sharing with us, and see you soon with other questions and answers.